Perfectionism is a concept I wish I never aligned myself with because perfectionism ruined my life for a while. Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Aquino. I help teach the next generation. So perfectionism as a concept itself isn't a bad thing, but a lot of people struggle with perfectionism and they struggle with it in a manner that truly hinders them, which I would know because it hindered me for so long. Perfectionism sucks. But when I eventually started saying no to perfectionism, it truly changed everything. So today's video is going to be talking about perfectionism and why saying no to it truly changed my life. And I'm going to try and give tips and ideas to kind of get over it. Because if you suffer with perfectionism like I did, it sucks. It was so bad. But now I actually feel like I'm kind of back in control. And I decide kind of how I feel when it comes to completing my work and such, because perfectionism kind of ruined how I kind of graded myself personally. If it wasn't 100% the best work ever, I would just redo it. And it would waste so much time in the long run, whether it was my college time or my business work. It kind of ruined both for a couple years, but now I'm kind of out of it. So I'm going to try and give as many tips and ideas and kind of go through my journey and trying to overcome this idea of perfectionism. So I would say this kind of perfectionism problem kind of came about when I was around starting college. So freshman year, sophomore year, I had a terrible mindset going in where I was like, I didn't want to be there, but I had to be there. And I tried my best to be like the absolute perfect student when in reality, I wasn't. I was getting a lot of C's and D's and I was messing with them because I was putting everything, rewriting essays, rewriting assignments, doing over and over and over and still getting everything wrong. It was eating at me. It was eating inside every single day that I was failing over and over and over. Excessive stress, procrastination, and eventually I just burnt out. I just couldn't take it. It was so bad, I had to drop my spring semester of sophomore year. I just couldn't take it anymore. I felt like a failure because I couldn't get everything perfect. I kind of grew out of that funk. And what I finally understood was I had to let it go. I had to let go of that idea of being perfect in everything. It wasn't even just about time management, which as definitely I've felt, but letting go. You don't have to be perfect. So I've kind of changed into being 99 or 98% there, because it'll never be perfect, but I can get as close to it as possible when it comes to my business or my work. And I definitely noticed a shift when it came to college and when it came to business. Everything was going much better. Everything was going smoothly, never had issues, and very swimmingly. And I'll give you the two kind of categories that I truly kind of felt when it came to saying no to perfectionism, which took a while, but it was so worth it. So I mainly noticed it when it came to enhanced efficiency and productivity and improved flexibility and focus. Those two categories really improved when I started saying no to perfectionism. I'm going to go through them. So the biggest thing that I would say when it came to school was I wasn't trying to get everything perfect. I wasn't over editing things. I wasn't rewriting drafts and rewriting essays over and over and over. Things were getting turned in much less edited, but trying to get as much of it correct on the first try, if that makes sense. So something that would normally take me like a month to work on because I wanted to get it perfect would then take me like 2 weeks because I would work on it and then I would get the professor's feedback, edit it one last time, and submit that because I kind of got it out of my head. You don't have to be perfect, man. If you submit something, you get like a B. Dude, that's a B. Dude, if you submit something, you get an A. Dude, that's an A. Holy shit, congratulations. You didn't kill yourself trying to do it. And it led to, higher output overall. I was getting, work out of the way much faster, which meant I could work on my business and do the same thing there, where I would try to get everything perfect. No. Get that shit out of here. In the bin. Work as best as you can, and the results will come. And they did. It was fantastic. And it also led to, not having to feel like I had to procrastinate the work. Because I always would procrastinate because it's like, I don't have the perfect idea just yet. I don't have the perfect draft just yet. So I'm going to just keep working on the draft. When in reality, the draft was like 98% perfect. And I just had to fucking write it. But I didn't because I didn't feel like it was good enough. And it just, no more. Had to cut it out. So I personally felt no more need to procrastinate. Instead, my mindset went to, okay, I got the draft. Let's work on it now. It may not be perfect, but I got my draft done. So let's get to it. It felt like I had more initiative to do work, which was awesome. And these are kind of all main ideas that came from improving productivity. I still feel it as well. I don't feel pressure anymore to submit something, or like on my last semester, submit something that was like subpar. I got the work done. I was very satisfied with the work, and I would get like a B, and I was like, cool. Awesome. Business work, anytime I have, a big project to do, it's like, well, if I'm like 98% correct, that's still like 4 times profit. If I was 100%, theoretically, it'd be like 4.1. Not that much of a difference, but it would give me 100 times more stress. When you stop saying yes to perfectionism, you feel kind of like that stress come off of you, if that makes sense, when it comes to trying to be super efficient, super productive, but on the same thing over and over and over, trying to get it right, which in the end just didn't help me out at all and really hindered my progress as a person in my business and in school, which I wish I realized earlier. Then when it comes to the other section of, improving my flexibility and focus, it comes down to flexibility of schedule, which I guess now comes to time management stuff. Because I wasn't so focused on, trying to get this one thing perfect, I could prioritize other important tasks as well into my daily and weekly, task list. So my task list wouldn't just be, get this fucking essay correct. It would be, all right, this essay's pretty good. All right, let's go do this thing now. All right, let's go do that thing now. It wasn't mind-numbingly just destroying me. And it felt so much better. I didn't have to constantly think about it. And I think another thing that I truly didn't internalize until thinking about it, trying to come up with the ideas for this video, was how much time I got back, where my calendar suddenly was empty because I wasn't spending and time blocking 7 hours for an essay, 7 hours for the same essay the next day, 7 hours for it was so dumb looking back, but I had to learn. It sucked. Never going back to that again. And now that I have my time back, I can work on things that actually matter. Like another thing that I could complain about would be my videos. If I had the same mindset, every single video that has come out on my channel, which is like maybe 100 at this point, none of them would get uploaded because I would felt that none of them were perfect or good enough. But I know none of them are perfect. I know none of them are like the highest level that I could produce. I know that, but I'm still posting them because I feel like this is truly, kind of myself. This isn't a perfect byproduct of hours and days and years spent. No, this is stuff that I want to talk about, that I truly feel passionate about. And if it's not perfect, so what? I'm being honest about it. I'm trying to be as honest as I can when it comes to this, because I'm not going to come in here with the, hello everyone, my name is Jonathan. Like, no, that ain't me, dog. That ain't me. So it's kind of helped with just being more realistic as a person and having better ideas of what to be. And just in the end, perfectionism fucking sucks. If you struggle with perfectionism, what I can tell you is just do your best to start saying no to it when it comes to being perfect, because you don't have to be perfect. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who told you to be perfect, but you don't have to be perfect. You really, really don't. You are adding 100 times more stress onto yourself. That's only giving you like 1% more productivity, 1% more higher grades, 1% more revenue. Is it really worth being that perfect for 1% gain? Or would you rather have 100 times less stress, but be 1% less successful? Because let me tell you, I'll fucking take that option any day of the goddamn week. If I'm losing $5, but I don't ever have to stress about it, fine. Take my money. I don't care. This has been such a fantastic, life understanding or concept that has truly helped. So if any of you struggle with perfectionism, it is going to take time. I might make a video like truly dedicated to overcoming it, like with actionable tips and such. What I can say is it's a journey, but when you come out of the journey, it's so much better on the other side because you never have to worry about being perfect anymore. The words that I kind of use is that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me, which in the end, what I got right now is good enough for me. So if you found this video helpful, go ahead and check out the one I did on the 80-20 principle, because that one I guess would help with the idea of perfectionism, trying to focus on the 20% work that gives you the most results. And if you feel that you want to take back control of your time and never want to be stressed again, check out the links down below in the description.